Hey guys, so I am back with another video today and I'm going to show you how to do a snow globe tumbler. So as you can see here, I already did these beautiful icicles on the previous video to this one, part 1 to this cup. If you want to see that video, I will link it down below in the description and I will put it for you guys right here in the right hand corner. So I'm going to begin doing my snow globe. Of course, you do need a double-walled cup. Very important. You can't just do this on any regular cup. It needs to be double-walled. So, as you can see here, I'm going to begin making a tiny hole at the bottom of the cup because that's where I'm going to be placing my glitter and my liquid mix. So, be very, very careful when making the hole because you do not want to hit the other side of the wall to the cup. Be very, very careful. Just drill at the bottom. And of course, I am using my nail drill because I love to use my nail drill for my crafts and of course to do my nails. But if you do not have a nail drill, you can also use a regular drill, like a hardware drill. And then you can also use a hot fix tool, which makes a perfect hole. But as you can see here with my nail drill, I just went in. I began by doing a tiny little hole and just kept moving it nicely around until I got my desired hole. As you can see there, it's coming together now. I'm just going around in circles. And then now I'm going to begin taking off all that excess plastic. I got my little tweezers to tweeze all that out. And then I'm going to tap it until all that little trash of plastic is out. So once I am done taking off all that little plastic trash, I can go ahead and move on to the next step. So I'm going to get my glitter. I'm going to be placing onto my cup, my snow globe cup. And I'm just going to go straight in and put it onto the bottom of the cup where the hole is. So since you see right there, I am using a bit of chunky glitter, little snowflakes. I am using the little toothpick just to push those in, and then I'm just tapping the cup on the sides so the rest of the glitter can go in. Add as much as you want. That is up to you, what glitter you want to use, how much glitter you want to use. Go ahead and place whatever glitter you want onto that little hole. So real quick, another thing you can do before you start placing the glitter onto your little hole like I am doing right now, you can actually put a paper a little bit up around right here at the bottom of the cup and tape it so it can stay stable, so it blocks from the glitter jumping everywhere. If that does bother you, go ahead and do that so it's easier for you to put your glitter onto your little hole. So now for my more fine glitter, I have this little funnel that already has a hole in the bottom, and I'm actually going to use that to put the rest of my fine glitter. So as you can see there, I'm tapping the cup a little bit and that glitter is just going straight into the cup. I didn't use this funnel for the snowflake glitter because the snowflakes are really chunky, so they wouldn't go through the funnel. So that's just for the rest of my glitter. I'm using the little funnel and all that glitter just goes straight into there. As you can see, it's falling inside the cup. So once you are done placing all that glitter you want, we're going to move on to the next step. So right here you can see all that glitter I added. I added super fine glitter, chunky glitter, the little snowflakes, all types of glitter. So I did do about half of the first line down, as you can see there. It's about halfway to the first line. So after that, I'm going to go ahead and clean all that glitter off of there. Make sure it's super clean. I don't have no left glitter right there with the regular just napkin. And then now I'm going to put that to the side. I am using vegetable glycerin and bottled water. So I am going to begin by doing half a cup of mix to begin. So it's 1/3 of water, and the rest vegetable glycerin. So in total for this whole cup, you probably do need a little bit less than 1 cup total of mix, already mixed, not individual, mixed. So if you want to go ahead and mix that, you can go ahead. I did do it in parts. That's why I showed you guys only half a cup, because I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to do real quick. But do go ahead and mix it. By the way, I am doing a 3/4 worth of water and 1/4 worth of glycerin, just so you guys know. So once you are done mixing your mix up and it's ready, I did go ahead and get my handy dandy funnel again, and I poured it into the cup. So again, I said I did put half a cup onto the Starbucks cup. So as you can see there, it's a little bit under the last line to the bottom of the cup. And I did put my finger right over the hole and I mixed it up with the glitter. Just real quick, like I told you guys, I did not fill the cup up all the way to the top because I want to see if the glitter mix is a mix that I want. So as you can see here, it's looking a little bit more white. I am looking to get like a blue tone to it too, because I do want the white to look like the snow, but I did want it to have a blue tone because the icicles are blue, so I wanted that fine glitter to pop. So since I did not fill my cup up all the way to the top with the mix, I'm going to go ahead and add more glitter until I get the desired look that I want. That's why I did not fill the cup all the way up, because if the mix is not what you're looking for, here's your chance to go ahead and add more glitter until you get what you are looking for. So I'm gonna clean all that mix up before I add my glitter, and make sure it's not sticky, because the mix with the glycerin, it does leave it a little bit sticky, and if you do leave it like that, your glitter is going to stick to it and it's not going to flow into your cup. So it's very, very important before you add the glitter again to your cup to get your desired look, to wipe it off with a napkin and then go ahead and clean it with some alcohol so it can completely dry. So then add your glitter after that. So now my cup is looking more like I like it, as you can see there. And I'm going to put the rest of my mix onto my cup until it's completely filled. So like I told you guys, in total you do need about less than 1 cup. So if you already pre-mixed your mix, you can add the rest to your cup right now. Like I told you guys, I did do it individually, the first part, and now as you can see, I am doing the second part. I'm gonna mix it up and then add it onto my cup until it's completely filled. So just in case you guys did not hear it, I am using a 3/4 part of water and 1/4 of vegetable glycerin. So as you can see there with the funnel, I'm gonna add my mix. And if you don't have a funnel or you don't have any fancy gadgets to add your mix, you can always just go straight in with your little measuring cup. Just be very, very careful to not let it overflow or spill all over your table. So yeah, like I always tell you guys, I'm trying to show you guys how to do crafts with stuff you have at home and without having to waste so much money, you know. So don't worry about going to waste money. You can just use your measuring cup, because I'm pretty sure everybody has one, and just pour it straight into your cup. So try to tilt it to the side like I am doing here, so you can add more liquid. You're trying to get as much of that liquid as you can, the mix, of course. So I'm gonna fill it up as much as I can, and then after that I'm gonna let it sit for a few hours just to make sure no air bubbles are in there. So before you do that, go ahead and wipe it down with a napkin, just a regular napkin like I am doing here. Make sure you take all that excess mix off if you did get any on it. And then go ahead with another clean napkin and put some alcohol on it just to dry up all that left residue liquid. And let it sit there for a few hours. Go cook, go clean, go do whatever else you have to do. And then come check on your cup in a few hours. So it's been a few hours and now I'm ready to do the next step. I don't know if you guys can see the hole right there. It's like right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and cover that little hole up now. Can you guys see it? It's right there, you can barely see it. And I'm gonna go, I don't need anything fancy. All I'm gonna be using is some tape. I did layer it. I did about 3 layers of it and stacked them all together. And I'm gonna cut it into a tiny little square. And I'm gonna get my tweezers so I can hold it. And I'm gonna place it right over the hole. As you guys can see there. Can you see a little tape? I'm going to go ahead and place it over the tiny little hole. I don't need anything fancy, guys. Everybody got tape at home. That's all you need. If you do want to go fancy and use, some vinyl or, some plastic, some glue dots, that's up to you. But I'm just using tape. That's all you need. And I'm using the back of my tweezers just to make sure it's nice and flat and stuck to the cup. So there you go. As you can see, this is how it's looking so far. I got my mix, I got my glitter, and now after I taped it, it's time to move on to the next step. Do make sure that tape is stuck onto that cup pretty good though. So I am going to be using my Bob Smith 30-minute cure epoxy, and I'm about to put a quarter size of each. And I'm going to mix that together because now we're going to seal the bottom of this cup to make sure we do not have any leakage or, it doesn't start dripping, just to make sure it's completely sealed. So like I said, about a quarter of each. I'm going to mix all that up. And then I'm going to place it on the bottom of the cup where I taped it, where the hole is, to secure it. So like I said, do make sure that it's very dry. You do not feel any mix residue on it because then the epoxy is not going to stick. So it's very, very important you dry it and then you clean it up with some alcohol. And as you can see there, I placed my epoxy on it. I'm going to spread it nicely and evenly all around the bottom of the cup. Because we want to make sure we don't have any leakage in the future. Okay, it's very, very important. So once I'm done doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and leave it there to dry. Once it's dry, I'm actually gonna do a second coat the same exact way, a quarter size amount of each epoxy, and I'm gonna mix it up and place it once again over that layer. So here you go. I did another mix right here. And same thing, place it right over it. Spread it nice and evenly at the bottom of the cup. And then let that dry once again. So now those 2 coats of epoxy are completely dry. My cup is sealed. You can see the little hole where it was right there, but there's no leakage. My snow globe cup is done and perfect. I love how it came out, as you can see here. I love that little effect of the white snow with that blue tone to it. Super, super cute. And plus those little snowflakes. Oh my god, it's just so beautiful. So I do have these little tiny snowflakes I got at Hobby Lobby. And these little snowflake buttons that do have a little back to it. These are flat, but the other ones do have a little back. So I'm going to go ahead and clip those off with some pliers. And then I'm going to go ahead and file little tiny sections around the cup where I am actually going to be placing these snowflakes, because yes, I'm done with my cup, but why not add a little bit more detail, right? I mean, you can't get enough snowflakes. So as you can see there, I am adding those snowflakes where I filed it down with my nail drill, just those little tiny spots, so it's enough space to put my snowflakes. And then I made my epoxy, and I'm gonna go all the way around the cup and place those cute little snowflakes all around the cup. I did not put a lot, just a little bit, just to add a little bit more detail. And I'm actually gonna go around the logo, filing it down with my nail drill also, just around, because I'm gonna do one circle of rhinestones just to add a little bit more glamour to this cup. So as you can see there, just around, filed it down. That's why I love my nail drill. So easy to file stuff with it. And I'm gonna be using my mix and my epoxy. I actually just use a size SS20 of the same color rhinestones I used for the lid. And I'm just going to do one row of rhinestones, nicely placing my epoxy glue with my toothpick. A nice little thin layer. I do not need so much epoxy, just a nice thin layer. And I'm going to go all the way around placing my rhinestones. So as you can see here, I'm just about done. I'm double checking my work, making sure those rhinestones are where I want them to be, making sure I don't have any gaps and everything looks good. So these are my final results, guys. Look how beautiful this cup came out. It looks like a wonderful winter wonderland or something. I love the icicles. I love my snow globe mix. It's just what I wanted, with those little snowflakes all around the cup and those rhinestones around the logo. This cup came out beautiful and perfect for this winter season. I love how the icicles look. I just love this whole cup in general. No leaking. And oh my god, I just love it. Look how smooth that mix is, just making that glitter flow around that cup. Super, super beautiful, guys. I hope you guys liked this video. I hope you learned a little something. Now you know how to do your little icicles and your snow globe. So, like always, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.